I'm a 23-year-old female. The night of this incident, I was travelling from Glasgow to Aberdeen by train, alone, late at night. At the Glasgow station, the train was almost empty. In my cabin there was me and another guy sitting at the opposite end of the corner, at the seat that was the most far away from me. The train makes many stops from Glasgow to Aberdeen. As it does, more people come in, but still not many on a Wednesday night at 10 p.m. As the train is about to leave Glasgow station, a man enters the cabin, and to my surprise, regardless of the vast choice of comfortable empty seats everywhere, he chooses to sit right next to me. I thought right away that it was extremely annoying, since I had to move my bag that I had, and overall reduce the space that I could occupy all around me. There was no reason for him to sit next to me, with all those empty seats and 4 seat slots all around. I figured he did it because as the train progressed, more people would come in. But that wasn't a good enough excuse, because usually not too many people do so, and also because he could have still been seated elsewhere and waited to have shared a space when and if the occasion actually arose. After he sits down, he says hi. I nod politely. A man in his 60s, normal weight, is all I notice about this individual. Nothing actually catches my attention about this man that is worth remembering. "Are you traveling alone?" he asks in an attempt to make conversation. "Yep," I reply briefly. I was really tired and not in the mood to make conversation. If he sat next to me for some words of company, he had chosen the wrong person at the wrong time. "Where are you going tonight, Lisa?" I heard him call me by name. I was startled, but then I thought I must have misheard it, and that it was not possible that he knew my name, and that it was just a trick of my ears. But I decided to not inquire as to how he knew my name, so that if in future he made the same mistake, I could have been sure he knew my name without me previously telling him. "I'm going to Aberdeen," I replied politely. I just wasn't sure if he had bad intentions, or if he was just a friendly pal, and I didn't feel like I could make such an assumption yet. "What are you going there for?" "Business," I lie. "But I just don't feel like sharing my life with this man, and I don't think he is entitled to know. Plus, I need to make sure he knows I am expected, and people know where I am going. I was actually directed to meet my old professor and have a chat with him. Then maybe just wander around the city and enjoy it. But nobody was really expecting me. At this point I'm very tired and do not have the mental energy to sustain a conversation, so I brush off the bad vibe this guy is sending me through my spine and listen to some music with my eyes closed. The train ride is 3 hours long, and I persist concentrating on my phone, while the man next to me tries to reignite the conversation every time he sees an opening. Months have passed now, and I can't quite remember what he was saying. I was indeed extremely tired, and very unwilling to dedicate my time to him. As we approach Aberdeen, my phone is in extremely low battery, so I decide it's better to save the remaining. As I put away my phone, I see with the corner of my eyes that his torso is directed towards me. I look up, and he is smiling creepily. Because I was in public transport, I felt more annoyed by his behavior than scared, because I knew, as long as I was in the middle of civilization, nothing could happen to me. "What job do you do?" I asked him to divert the stream of questions he was asking me about my job, where I live, and where I was going. "I'm a charity worker," he says. "Can you be a bit more specific?" Again, by this point, I wasn't actually sure if this guy was just trying to have a polite conversation or had more creepy intent. I work with school kids. Oh, and in which way do you help them? I ask. I organize things, plans to help them. Ah, what kind of plans? Just regular organization for kids in need, he says, mumbling. I was surprised that he could not go into more details of the specific job he did, but I figured maybe he just didn't want to share. Who is awaiting for you in Aberdeen? He asks. My friends will be there. I lie. I could drive you back to their place, he says. Nah, thank you. I insist, it's no problem for me. I got a chill down my spine thinking of being in a car alone with this man. I declined the invite once again. As the train stops in Aberdeen, he stands up right away to grab my luggage. I'll carry it for you. No need, I say, but I am ignored. Once we get out of the train station, I say thank you, but I will get my luggage from here. He says that he doesn't see anyone waiting for me, and that he can give me a ride, that it's dangerous for a girl to go alone. At this point, I lie again. My friends will be here soon. Goodbye. No friends were waiting, so I waited for him to be out of sight, and then I run to the hotel I booked, while constantly checking if I was being followed. I was now in a street that was completely dark and empty. Aberdeen in winter is not the most lively of cities. I see a car approaching and slowing down. I start running. My hotel was only 3 minutes away at this point. I get inside and feel safe again. I kept wondering what would have happened if my respects for politeness and instincts hadn't kicked in, and I'd have accepted that ride.